about a company that has all three? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family-owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today. Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Batter up! Join us this summer at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed Salt Dogs games running now through August. Visit saltdogs.com for updates on everything you need to know about weekly promotions, giveaways, and special events. That's where you'll find the latest updates to make sure you catch all the excitement and never miss a homestand you want to attend. Haymarket Park is your ticket to fun all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
MHC isn't new, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can also handle your commercial moves as well. There's never fees on trucks, stairs, elevators, long carry, and last-minute booking, and no trip or fuel charges. Also no upcharge on weekends, and they do offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Friday. It's The Drive with AD and Nick here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. AD, though, enjoying some family time in the Colorado mountains. He's over at his family's condo or cabin, whatever you want to call it, out there in Colorado. And so I asked good friend Terrell Farley to sit on in with me today. Terrell, good morning, my dude. Thanks for doing this.
Well, you started it off wrong, Nick. You say good friend, just a colleague of yours right now. So you know we got something to discuss, Nick. I'm gonna put my glasses on because we're gonna go at it right there.
Well, I was gonna continue the Big Ten Media Days conversation. I was gonna let the other stuff slide. You really want to get into this?
Yeah.
All right. So before we do that, 402-464-5685 Honda of Lincoln hotline. The Starter Heyman text line are open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo Cable Channel 961. They're all avenues for you guys to get in touch with us here on the show. It's going to be a show that flies on by. There's so much to get to. A little bit of NFL conversation with Terrell later in the show in the 10 o'clock hour. Here in the first hour, though, I do want to continue at some point, maybe in the second segment, the Big Ten Media Days conversation, because it is quickly approaching out there at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. And it's Nebraska on day one. I kind of want to get Terrell's thoughts on outside of Nebraska. In addition, we broke down UCLA with Sipple and the spillover there. But in addition to UCLA, on day two, day three, who are you most excited to hear from? So we'll talk about that. But once again, 402-464-5685. Now, on to the drama that you're talking about.
Let's get it, Nick.
Here's the deal. So let's, and you can feel free to stop me at any point, Terrell.
And Rudy,
yeah,
you can put your input
100%.
in.
Rudy, chime in, and you'll have to let us know if the text line says anything.
Rudy's with me anyway. So.
Well, that's fine. That's probably why you already probably asked him, and I'm guessing that he is on your side, and that's why you said he can put in his input. But you'll have to let us know if the text line says anything also, Rudy, who's manning the board for us here on a Friday. Now, this is how it all happened, and you can interrupt me and correct me if I say something incorrect. Tuesday, our good friends from Tipsy Tina's brought us lunch like they do every Tuesday. And what happened was you showed up a little after Stewie and his wife, Shandy, showed up with the food.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you did is you put the meat on a plate and put it in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal.
No big deal.
However, the plate was styrofoam.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting at my desk, which is back there,
mm-hmm.
as you're warming up the food,
mm-hmm.
and you start to hear the crackle.
No, it wasn't the crackle. It was the meat popping.
Okay, so you agree that there was a sound of something popping,
sizzling.
Can you confirm that it was the meat?
Yes.
How so?
Because it was steaming when I brought it out.
That does not mean it was popping.
Nick,
here is the principle of this entire conversation, though. Terrell and I then proceeded to get into a match to where we were talking about you should not put I believe that you should not put styrofoam into the microwave. Same way with aluminum foil. Mm-hmm. And you're in this, I've been doing this for 25 years. Now you think I'm going to listen to you because you said not to put styrofoam? It is, we asked a lot of people
mm-hmm.
that went on back there and grabbed lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And the results were fairly split.
Yeah.
Now you can tell your side.
Well, here's the thing, Nick. What gen are you when we go by generation?
I'm gen. Technically, what am I officially, or what do I feel like?
What are you officially?
I'm officially a Gen Z.
Okay, you're a Gen Z, and I'm a what?
Oh, are you Gen X?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
but you know, Nick,
either Gen X or millennial.
You know, when you buy microwaves from the store, we all know that it says do not put aluminum.
Yes, of course.
Styrofoam. Have you ever been to a cookout?
I have been to many
Now-
cookouts.
Now, have you ever got probably plastered at a cookout?
I have indulged in a couple of beverages.
So when you buy styrofoam plates, when you go to cookouts, you get styrofoam plates. You only putting it in there a minute or so, Nick. Now, I put the meat in there for at least 25, 30 seconds. And it sizzled because it was already warm a little bit, but I wanted it hot.
Yes.
I don't see a problem with putting styrofoam plates
Here's the thing.
in the thing.
So it's less about the styrofoam catching on fire. I just looked this up, and I've gotten texts about this. It is not recommended to microwave styrofoam unless it is specifically labeled as microwave safe. I can confirm that the plates that you used were certainly not microwave safe.
Well, Nick,
here's the deal. When heated, styrofoam will melt, warp, and release harmful chemicals into your food.
That's like 2 or 3 minutes, Nick. I'm talking about 30 seconds. 30
you did
seconds.
a lot longer than 30 seconds,
35 seconds.
You did a lot longer.
I put it on a minute and it was what?
Well, you put it on 2 minutes.
No, I put it on a minute.
And you got it out at 36 seconds.
1 minute, Nick. Don't tell that lie.
Rudy, I mean, this is just the blaspheme from over there in the side of the studio.
So how are we going to settle this, Nick?
How do you want to settle?
Let's just have a celebrity boxing match. Just
No.
and you. Yeah.
Okay, you know who you sound like right now?
Well, who?
Your co-host. Here's the deal. I say we challenge each other to a good old college football 26 match.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for it.
I'm waiting on you.
You have my number.
You're not an online guy. You're a dynasty guy, Nick. You haven't played
I'm versatile.
Yeah, you're versatile, but you haven't played anybody online.
The way it sounds like you haven't been doing much playing either. You've been doing a lot of quitting.
8 games.
You've been doing a lot of quitting.
8
Terrell.
games, and I finally quit my first game last night.
You came in 2 days ago and you're like, I had to quit. I had to get out of there.
Yeah, last night.
Rudy.
They've been quitting
Rudy, pull down that microphone.
They've been quitting on me.
Rudy, pull down that microphone.
They've been quitting on me.
No, they have not.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on all this, Rudy?
On the styrofoam plate, I'm with Farley. And people here kind of agree we got it split, but someone said you're not supposed to drink water out of a hose either. Did that for decades. Stop it, Nick.
Whoa. You're not. Why aren't you supposed to?
People are also.
That's as fresh as water can get.
Sanderson says I warm my coffee up in a styrofoam cup every morning. See, it's you, Nick.
This is wild. See, what's crazy is I'm getting multiple texts. I got a text from Bruce, says great segment. Farley is eating chemicals.
Yeah.
I got a text from David that says no, it's not safe to microwave styrofoam.
We got someone here that said Nick sounds anti-American.
How does that make me anti-American? I mean, this is you agree? That's crazy, Rudy. Here's the thing. How does that make me anti-American? I have microwaved paper plates, and maybe that's bad. I don't know. I've microwaved paper plates time and time again, but there's a reason why I've never microwaved styrofoam. That's all I'm saying, Terrell.
Yeah, Nick, I'm not putting it on there for 5 minutes, though. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I mean,
I don't think you should ever microwave something for 5 minutes, in all honesty.
Well, you know, what they call those meals, like the Hungry Man meals. Those are 7 minutes.
The dinners.
Those are 7 minutes. But when we talk about warming up ribs, 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, I have melted it before. I mean, but you know, I'm not crying about it though. You know, I'm an old school kid, so I'm gonna eat it.
I've never cried about melting styrofoam either, though. All right, that's a good place to stop with that.
All right, Nick.
Anyway,
I won. Thank you.
Okay, I'll give you this one. But you know where to find me.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Big Ten Media Days because we were talking in the spillover in 402-464-5685 Honda of Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. We were talking in the spillover with Sipple about UCLA and Big Ten Media Days. To where, I mean, it's a fascinating storyline with Deshaun Foster and the Nico Iamaleava. Is there another team that stands out to you specifically that you sit there and go, yeah, you know what? This is a team I'm excited to hear from their coach. I'm excited to hear from their players. This is a team that either has a lot to prove or they have an opportunity to do something special. Who stands out to you? Is there anybody specific?
Minnesota.
Okay. They just extended PJ Fleck.
Yeah, Minnesota and Illinois.
Yep.
2 teams to watch out for. Possibly could make the playoffs if they have a good run.
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated with what PJ Fleck has done over there. Same thing with Illinois' coach. They got great players, especially the DB for Minnesota.
Yeah,
who dons a split jersey at practice because he's gonna play receiver also. Don't know how much.
Yeah,
not a Travis Hunter type player, but a versatile player.
Yeah.
Then when you talk about Illinois, it's always their defense, but last couple of years, offense has been taken over. Luke Lindemann, what's his name? Luke Altmaier.
Yep.
He's more of a field general. He takes his chances when he can run sometimes, but he also spot on with his passes.
Yeah. I mean, how about this with Minnesota? Real quick, because I think Illinois, and there's another team that maybe we can talk about next segment is Penn State right now in the position that they're in. But first for Minnesota, can you imagine, and it's hard to believe that Minnesota and PJ Fleck has won 8 games in each of his last 4 seasons. PJ Fleck, while he's at Minnesota, is 6-0. And it still never feels like, and this might just because of the appearance. It might be because of the way he acts and reacts. But ultimately, it never feels like we view PJ Fleck as a top coach in the Big Ten Conference. But the statistics on paper would say otherwise. He has a double-digit win season. Back in 2019, that Minnesota team started 9-0. It was eventually 10-1, and I believe that was the year that they beat Auburn in the bowl game on a New Year's Day game. But then, since then, though, Terrell, it's been, once again, can you imagine the feeling around Nebraska's program with a passionate fan base like they have if they were to have 8 wins each of their last 4 seasons, and that in the last 6 bowl games that they played, they were undefeated in those? The feelings would be off the wall. We'd be ecstatic about that in Lincoln.
We would, but the thing is, we're not Minnesota. I mean, we expect more.
So what difference? What differentiates? Like in your eyes, as somebody that played the game at a very high level, obviously, what differentiates Nebraska from Minnesota, other than just like the closet and the blanket answer of, well, they win games?
Well, for us, we can look at the 5 national titles we got up on top. Recently, we haven't been able to compete at that level, but for Minnesota, they had to go way back to the 30s to look at their thing, and they're not just used to it. I mean, before PJ Fleck, who was there? Was it Gene Mason or something?
Well, so before PJ Fleck, I mean, it was like Jerry Kill. Tracy Claeys was also there after Jerry Kill. There's been a couple of those. Jerry Kill dealt with some health stuff.
Yeah.
And so then they promoted Tracy Claeys. Then Tracy Claeys got fired, and then they hired PJ Fleck from Western Michigan.
But the thing is, they're not used to the things that we are used to. I mean,
that's
8 win seasons for the last couple of years is great for Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stable program.
Yeah, well, it is, and this. I mean, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between Nebraska and Minnesota here, but I said the fascinating statistic yesterday of Texas Tech, how they haven't had more than 8 wins since 2009. Nebraska hasn't finished the season ranked in the top 25 since 2012. I mean, we're in the year 2025, ladies and gentlemen. That's 13 years since Nebraska's finished in the top 25. They've started, right? They've started. The preseason polls have been high on Nebraska. There was the year under Mike Riley in 2016 where Nebraska started 7-0. And then ended up getting, beat by Wisconsin, got beat by Ohio State badly, and ended up, they played in a bowl game that year in 2016. However, they didn't finish the season ranked. So we talk so much about what do these teams that are successful do differently than Nebraska, other than just like the blanket winning games. I think it's you perform your best at the end of the season. Like, think about how important November is for every Big Ten team, especially at a place like Nebraska, where you look at the schedule this year and you have games the games that are in November are Penn State, it's Iowa, it's USC. Those are meaningful games on this schedule for the Huskers.
I think one thing about Minnesota is that they're built for the Big Ten. They're not saying mediocre, but they're in the middle of the Big Ten.
Sure.
And when I say this, I mean no disrespect to anybody in Nebraska, but I don't think we ever had a team to put on the field for Big Ten standards. I think Bo got caught in the Big 10, Big 12, and he never had the right players for it. Then you go to Mike Riley, never had the right players for it. Scott Frost definitely didn't have the right players for it.
Yeah.
Matt Rule's trying to get the players for it, but it's still going to take some years. I mean, we can say this 10-2, 10-3 thing all we want, but realistic, we're a 9-3, 8-4 team until we get the right pieces to this puzzle for the Big Ten.
With that in mind, I think that it goes back to just how ecstatic we would be if we could say the same thing. If roles reversed and Matt Rule had been at Nebraska as long as PJ Fleck has been at Minnesota, and if we were able to go into next week's Big Ten Media Days and be like, yep, you know what? Matt Rule's had 8 wins each of his last 4 seasons. He's 6-0 in bowl games. He's knocked off a couple of opponents, and he's beaten the teams he's supposed to beat and have beaten. We'd sit there and go, the conversation, it wouldn't be mute, but because there's still expectation, there's still standard, but I think the conversation changes to then it's how does he get over the top? How does he take that next step? Because we're seeing that at other places like Penn State. We're seeing that at other places as well in the Big Ten Conference. Nebraska's on a different spot right now. They are, how do they consistently get back to being a bowl program, like you said, to your point? And then it's, okay, let's get that for a consistent number of years. And then we worry about the next step. Like, it's got to be this ladder process where it's like steps on a ladder where you take one step at a time. You can't jump 4 notches on a ladder and expect to have stable success.
Well, I think Minnesota is right where they're supposed to be in the middle of the Big Ten. I mean, you take that 2019 team that went 11-2.
You're right.
How do they fit into a 12-game playoff system, a 12-team playoff system?
Well, they're in.
Yeah, they're in, but how far do they go?
You're
Probably
right.
First round. But when you talk about Nebraska, is that we're trying to get some back to a place we were.
Yeah.
Minnesota hasn't been there. We've been through several coaches trying to get us back there, and each coach has failed terribly at their job, especially with Scott Frost, but I'm tired of mentioning his name.
Yeah.
And tired of hearing him. Now you talk about Matt Rule comes in.
Yeah.
His 3rd year is his wonder. See, everybody's want to go back on the past of Matt Rule's 3rd year. You could argue Temple, their 3rd year. You could argue Baylor, their 3rd year. Great teams.
Yeah.
Not a power conference like the Big Ten.
Let's talk about that. Let's stop right there and talk about year 3 of Matt Rule and with the Nebraska football program when we come back. It's The Drive. Nick AD is out today. Terrell sitting in. Rudy on the board for the time being. Sponsored by our friends at Doors Plus. Visit them online. DoorsPlusLLC.com today for more information. We'll step aside, come back. Segment 2 right after this on 93.7 The Ticket. Make plans to stop by the Roca Hoedown this Friday and Saturday in downtown Roca. Live music on Friday from 4:30 to midnight, both indoor and outdoor performances. The Muchachos food truck will be on site for both days. On Saturday, live music starts at 4 and goes until midnight. And there are free mechanical bull rides, $3 domestic cans all weekend long, and $5 seltzers. Experience the Roca Hoedown this Friday and Saturday, only $15 at the door this weekend in downtown Roca.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity? Positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all 3? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
Batter up! Join us this summer at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed Salt Dogs games running now through August. Visit saltdogs.com for updates on everything you need to know about weekly promotions, giveaways, and special events. That's where you'll find the latest updates to make sure you catch all the excitement and never miss a homestand you want to attend. Haymarket Park is your ticket to fun all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Terrell Farley alongside AD out. AD will be back on Monday, as I will not be on the show on Monday. Terrell, you and AD will actually be doing it on Monday because I'll be en route to Las Vegas. It's going to be a good time out there. Make sure you stay tuned for all of that. Before we get back into the Husker football conversation, 464-5685. Text us now if you would like 4 tickets to tonight's Lincoln Salt Dogs game. 7:05 first pitch. Winnipeg Golden Eyes are in town against the Lincoln Salt Dogs. However, tonight they will be referred to as the Lincoln Walt Dogs. That's right. Tonight's giveaway, how about this? For showing up and entering, you enter into a chance for a family getaway that includes a 6-day, 5-night vacation experience for 4 people with round-trip flights from Lincoln to Orlando, Florida, 4 theme park admission tickets to 1 park per day, lodging accommodations at a luxury resort, and $1,500 in spending cash for any additional travel expenses. Throughout the evening, guests will get qualified for the grand prize of a magical family getaway for 4 people valued at over $10,000. They'll also be doing additional giveaways, an overnight stay at the Hyatt Place with a $100 gift card to Laszlo's, 2 tickets to opening night of Frozen at the Lead Center. They'll also give away overnight stays at the brand new Residence Inn in downtown Lincoln, a $25 gift card to Lead Belly, and 2 more tickets to the opening night of Frozen at the Lead Center. That's all going on tonight at Haymarket Park. Guess what? It's also a Fireworks Friday. So text us now, 402-464-5685. First person to text in and claim those 4 tickets will get a chance to go to Haymarket Park and check out the Salt Dogs. The weather should be nice. The season is in full swing for the Lincoln Salt Dogs. And so if you would like to attend, you and your family, we have 4 tickets for you with your name on it. And all you got to do is text us. We all know the number, 464-5685. All right, Terrell, back into Big Ten Media Days here. You mentioned the year 3 stuff with Matt Rhule, and it's been made a very, very big deal. And a lot of people, when they talk about the optimism that they have surrounding Nebraska football, one of the biggest reasons is because, it's year 3 of Matt Rhule. I don't want to come across as I'm trying to put out all of the fires. And I'm saying that stop drinking your Kool-Aid. Don't be optimistic. That's not what I'm trying to get with this conversation here. It is important, though, for us to acknowledge that Nebraska is a much different job. The Big Ten is a much different conference than Temple was in the American and what Baylor was in the Big 12. Thoughts on that?
Just a better conference we're in. I mean, when you talk about it, you got to look at returning starters, coaches. Gus Mohawk said the difference between that is Matt Rhule has a bunch of former coaches now. He does, but, sure. And you have a better special team coach. That takes 1 game. I mean, that puts you in a 1-game win better than last year. For me, it's going to be surprising to see what the defense does, especially with a whole new defensive line.
Well, there's a lot of new things on this defense.
Yeah,
let's be honest. Let's just go through them. You have a new defensive line coach. You have a lot of new defensive linemen, interior guys. You have a new edge rushing coach, which still feels kind of weird to say, an edge rushers coach. In Coach Simpson, excuse me. You have a couple of guys who are going to lean on a little heavier maybe than last year, new faces in Williams Nwaneri, and then also I think Cam Lenhart will kind of have what you'd hope to have a resurgence. The linebacker crew, let's just go through each level. The linebacker crew, you graduate John Bullock, but you bring in an experienced guy in Marquise Watson-Trent, who I know we both like, a guy that's had over 100 tackles in each of his first 3 seasons, transferred from Georgia Southern. You also bring in Dasan McCullough, who can kind of play in a variety of spots. And then you go to the defensive backs, a new voice in the room with Addison Williams from UCF. And while Deshaun Singleton, who's going to be representing the Huskers at Media Day next week, is still back there, as well as Marquise Buford and Malcolm Hartzog, they also brought in new faces that I expect to contribute. A guy like Andrew Marshall is in there, the transfer from the Idaho Vandals. When you look at this defense, the only guy that's doing the same exact thing as he was doing last year is the linebackers coach, Rob Dvorak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of change.
Well, how much did you upgrade on defense? That's okay. What I'm saying. Yeah. How much do you compare yourself to last year with the players you got? Can you replace the polar bear? Can you replace the other big guy,
Ty Robinson?
Can you still have Judy, who's a solid player.
Yep.
But when we ask ourselves, how does Newely fit in this? How does Cam Lenhart, who didn't have that great year, who had that sophomore slump,
which was so it was actually shocking to see.
When you talk about Newely, how much did he develop since he's been here? Because he had no development at Missouri.
Yeah, Williams Nwaneri is a very interesting conversation. A high-level 5-star guy. If you go back and read with Williams Nwaneri, Missouri was so high on this guy, and rightfully so. He was a 5-star coming out of high school from the state of Missouri. They wanted to keep him so badly, and they wanted to get him on with MIZ so bad. They actually altered laws in the state of Missouri so that Williams Nwaneri could start earning NIL money in high school, just to give him a reason as like, hey, we did this for you. Stick around for Missouri. Stick around in Missouri. There was a lot that if you read some articles about it back in his recruitment, that Missouri tried. They moved mountains essentially to get him there. It quickly and abruptly did not work.
Let him go quick.
And they let him go quick. That's the other side of it.
So when I talk about this for the defensive line is the most important group on the field.
Yep.
Because they hold up linemen. And when I say that, because I played with a great defensive line, they move mountains for me. You know, they was able to let me freelance and see the play more aggressively, because when you don't have those great D tackles and D ends who don't like when that guard blocks down, you want that tackle right on his hip.
That was one thing that I always thought. There is something to be said when you look at the defensive line. You have to look deeper than the stat sheet.
Yeah, because
the one that sticks out to me a lot is, and this is a couple of years ago, Damian Daniels.
Yeah.
Big fella, athletic, obviously. Didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but did his job just to stuff things up in the middle.
Yeah.
Whether that's stopping the run or whether that's, like you said, opening things up so that the second level guys could make some havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a great defensive line for your linebackers to be able to make those plays. You're going to have great tackle play for Marquise Trent Watson to make plays. If you don't get that type of play from your defensive lineman, it's going to be a long year. And not saying that we can overcome that. You got to overcome that because your linebackers have to make plays.
Nebraska's pass rush in 2024, it was fine.
It was okay.
It was fine. It was certainly improved over the last 3 years. And maybe this is maybe indicative of Nebraska as a whole in the last decade. And this is obviously not just going against Matt Rule, but that was potentially Nebraska's best defensive line performance across a season in the last 5 years, 6 years. And it was fine. Think about, going even back to the previous staff and previous regime. It wasn't for a lack of using funds to try to get them to be better. Like O'Shawn Mathis, we forget, was the number one junior college recruit in the country coming out transferring from Texas. And he was fine. He was there. He was available, but not to the level that we expected.
He wasn't that blitzer, but he hustled.
Yes,
he made plays down the field.
There's pieces of it.
Yeah,
right? But it's like putting the whole thing together.
We didn't get the O'Shawn Mathis, the sacker.
Yes,
we just got O'Shawn Mathis, the hustler.
Yep, exactly.
And that's why he was able to still get drafted, because you don't ask your guys to do stuff that he did.
Great point.
Like when people broke tackles, O'Shawn Mathis ran down the field.
Yeah.
Now, the big part of this defense this year is not the players. It's John Butler.
Yeah.
How aggressive can he be? Can he do the things that Tony White did? Is he going to be able to? And that's where you bring Phil Snow in there, because he wasn't around when Tony White was here.
You're right.
Now you get a full load of John Snow because Tony White's not here, and Butler's going to need some kind of help.
Yeah, you're right. Phil Snow is here in a hands-off role.
Yeah.
In more of just a liaison type of role last year with the defense, where when they brought Dana in initially, Dana Holgerson, he was much more hands-on with Marcus Satterfield, but the defense, Phil Snow wasn't as hands-on. At least that's what Matt Rule told us and communicated with us. But then once they moved on, and Tony White, they just parted ways. Once they parted ways and Tony White goes to Florida State, that's when they brought Phil Snow actually boots on the ground here full time. Like you said, I don't know. I think with John Butler, it's an interesting thing. How similar is it to what we saw last year? Also, are you able to simplify it more? Like, you can talk about this better than anybody. How important is it for a defense to be easily understandable for all 11 guys that are out there, or all 33 that are on the depth chart that have a chance to play on a Saturday? It feels like you all got to be on the same page, especially when you're going through a transition from one coordinator and one position coach to, now multiple new ones.
Yeah, I'm still just not a fan of the 3-3-5. I mean, it's just not the type of defense that I feel like is for the Big Ten. Yeah, it plays good against some teams, but some teams it doesn't, and it just it's just something I'm not comfortable with. Because
so, what do you think? What should Nebraska do then? Well, like what would you lean towards?
A 3-4 or a 4-3?
Okay.
4 down linemen is the thing. 3 great linebackers.
Yep.
I mean, you have that, but we have that here at Nebraska. You have Deshaun McCullough, who can play multiple positions.
Yeah, he can line up on the edge. He can line up. He
did that very little at Oklahoma, but when you look at him, he played linebacker, free safety, strong safety.
Yeah.
And then now you want to put him as a down lineman, and the kid doesn't weigh 225, but.
I remember talking to, so I have a little buddy, or not a little buddy, a buddy that covers Oklahoma recruiting and does some stuff for Sooners Radio Network down there. And I asked him about Deshaun McCullough. And one of the things that he mentioned that he's incredibly versatile and that he kind of fits the nickel position.
Yeah.
On Nebraska, in terms of Nebraska's 3-3-5 setup.
Yeah. I would like to see him at, who played that last year?
I'm trying to think like years past, like JoJo Doman's been in that spot.
Yeah.
Javen Wright has kind of been in and out. Not as much, though.
Gifford
was more of a safety.
Strong safety.
Yeah.
That's more of a what I think
but
he is.
Deshaun's there.
Yeah, I mean, but when you look at that, you got 4 to 5 gifted guys at that linebacker room.
Yeah.
But you have that jack linebacker who's more of a Willis McGahee type or something bigger.
There's a lot of names in that linebacker room too.
Yeah, but when you look at it, you have Javen Wright, you got Marquise Watts, Trenton Watson, you got Shavers.
Yep.
You have
haven't even talked about Vincent Shavers yet.
Jacob Bauer.
Yep.
You got 4 or 5 linebackers. You can only play 2.
Yeah.
At the middle and the wheel. You don't. Your guys are not big enough for. I mean, if you had that common sense, not saying you don't.
Yes, exactly.
On 3rd down, you want to have Javen, Shavers, and Trent out there, and that's your pass dropper.
Sure,
but you still need a 4th to blitz the quarterback.
Figure out a way to where
put the best
athletes on the field as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe we dive into that later in the show in the 10 o'clock hour. History coming up next. We'll return after this on The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Make plans to stop by the Roca Hoedown this Friday and Saturday in downtown Roca. Live music on Friday from 4:30 to midnight, both indoor and outdoor performances. The Muchachos food truck will be on site for both days. On Saturday, live music starts at 4 and goes until midnight. And there are free mechanical bull rides, $3 domestic cans all weekend long, and $5 seltzers. Experience the Roca Hoedown this Friday and Saturday, only $15 at the door this weekend in downtown Roca.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Batter up! Join us this summer at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed Salt Dogs games running now through August. Visit saltdogs.com for updates on everything you need to know about weekly promotions, giveaways, and special events. That's where you'll find the latest updates to make sure you catch all the excitement and never miss a homestand you want to attend. Haymarket Park is your ticket to fun all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Make bill paying a breeze with Text to Pay. LES texts you 1 week before your bill's due date. Just reply to the text to pay. It's that easy. Log into your account at les.com to sign up today.
Don't miss the 8th Annual Wing Fest on Saturday, July 26th at Haymarket Park from 5 till 8 p.m. Local restaurants will be serving wings from 5 to 7 p.m. with live music going until 8. Ice cream and beverages will also be available for purchase, and all the proceeds from the event will go to benefit students in the local community. Get your tickets today at wingfestlincoln.com and make sure you attend the 8th Annual Wing Fest at Haymarket Park on July 26th.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into The Drive. Nick Sainert sitting alongside Terrell Farley on a Friday. Terrell, any exciting plans this weekend, my friend?
Not too much. A little yard work. I got 3 lovable dogs, man.
Oh, yes, you do.
And that's one thing that that keeps me busy because having 3 dogs is crazy. But
are they big ones? They're bigger, right?
One is big. The mini Australian Shepherd is the smallest.
Gotcha.
One. I have 2 border collies. One is a short hair border collie, and then the other one is a full bush border collie.
Dang.
So probably spend $60 a month on food for them. But they're good dogs. They're barkers though.
Yeah.
Not in the house, but outside. I try to let them get playtime outside most because me and my significant other one, we have different schedules. Of somebody's there, then somebody's not there.
Yep.
And we might be gone 6-7 hours at a period of time, and I have to leave them outside because you don't want the messes in the house.
Of course.
But I even if they do, they look at me when they come in. I say, "Oh yeah, you left me a mess," and I clean it up, and then I just go on by my day. They love to watch me play video games.
Do they?
Yeah, especially when I play Call of Duty. My mini Australian Shepherd, he would just have his head looking at the screen because he know what time it is. It's daddy time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This segment brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999, and he can help you protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Visit one of his 2 locations in either Lincoln or Seward today and give Jack Russell a call at 402-421-9100 to learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you protect what matters most. This has been a pretty boring day in history. The only thing that I could find it is Joe Torre's 85th birthday today, the former manager for the New York Yankees. However, the only thing that I could find that I thought was worthy of bringing to the airwaves, at least in this conversation, was back on this day in 1921. Now, Terrell, I know you're a Braves fan, but also baseball is not your favorite sport, and that's okay. On this day in 1921, Babe Ruth achieves 139 home runs with an MLB record 575 feet hit to become the all-time home run leader at the time in Major League Baseball. He took the title at that point from Roger Connor. Obviously, it would eventually get broken. But anyway, Babe Ruth continues to pop up time and time again in history. The only other one that I thought was maybe a little notable was back on this day in 2018, Kawhi Leonard traded to the Toronto Raptors in exchange for DeMar DeRozan, Jacob Poeltl, and a protected 2019 first-round draft pick. It was crazy. That's interesting because we obviously had the homecoming if Kawhi ever goes back to San Antonio. We saw yesterday Damian Lillard in the NBA signs a deal to, after he was released by the Milwaukee Bucks a few weeks ago, he signs a deal to return home to the Portland Trailblazers where he started his career, just a 3-year deal. But still suffered that Achilles injury, so he's going to be out for a substantial amount of time with the Blazers, but still was able to sign a deal. Terrell, did you see the other day with the Phoenix Suns are paying Bradley Beal like an absurd amount of money to not play, like $97 million they released him and they owed him like $97 million?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
KD destroyed their whole team.
Interesting take.
KD's a team destroyer. Him, what's the other kid that played with the one that's in Philly? Paul George.
Paul George.
They're team destroyers. They're every team they go to, they don't. KD had to team up with Golden State to win his.
That's true.
To win his 2.
Could have stayed longer.
He goes to Phoenix.
Yep.
Destroys that team. Now Paul George goes to Philly.
Well,
destroys that team.
And with KD, now you go to Houston where they have a very young core. A very young core of really talented players. But we'll see what happens with the Houston Rockets.
Don't change your way to make him fit in. Make him get his points. Just get him. Then let this team play their game.
Yeah.
You just add a little sugar to it and spice it up.
There you go. That'll do it for the 9 a.m. hour here on The Drive. When we come back, I do want to get Terrell's thoughts on Penn State as we talk about it, because one of the things that we aren't talking enough about maybe on this show is the fact that Penn State was able to keep both of their running backs. They were able to hold on to both their running backs. They return a quarterback as they continue to try to chase Ohio State and Oregon at the top of the Big Ten standings. We talk about that in the 10 o'clock hour right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Make plans to stop by the Roca Hoedown this Friday and Saturday in downtown Roca. Live music on Friday from 4:30 to midnight, both indoor and outdoor performances. The Muchachos food truck will be on site for both days. On Saturday, live music starts at 4 and goes until midnight. And there are free mechanical bull rides. $3 domestic cans all weekend long, and $5 seltzers. Experience the Roca Hoedown this Friday and Saturday, only $15 at the door this weekend in downtown Roca.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Make bill paying a breeze with Text to Pay. LES texts you 1 week before your bill's due date. Just reply to the text to pay. It's that easy. Log into your account at les.com to sign up today.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing. And we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. It's The Drive. Nick Sainert alongside Terrell Farley on a Friday as we continue this Friday show. You can always chime in 402-464-5685 on the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line, as well as on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Allo, Cable, Channel 961. All places for you guys to check out what's going on inside the studio if you so desire. See what's coming on down, as well as just stop on by the studio, 1040 O Street, 11th and O. Come grab a cup of coffee from the mill. Luke will hook you up. He'll be able to get you whatever you need. And man, Terrell, I know you can attest to this. Luke does an incredible job.
Luke's one of a kind. He got a radio voice, and I'd love to bring him on one day just so you can hear his voice.
Oh, yeah.
Very good at what he does at the coffee house. We're grateful to have Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And the staff that he has here. So all the kids are great. Call them kids. I mean, young adults are great people. So it's good to have, great people like them around us.
Yeah.
Makes us better people.
100%. Love Luke, everything he does. Obviously, Terrell, big fan of the Energy Stinger. I usually get a nice little cold brew coffee. So you can never go wrong with anything from the mill. Visit any of their locations in Lincoln, but obviously we're a little biased to the one that is part of our station here, 1040 O Street. Come hang out in the coffee shop, say hello, say what's up, and enjoy your Friday afternoon. All right. So once again, 464-5685, Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. I wanted to get to this team specifically because when we talk about teams that are intriguing for Big Ten Media Day purposes, Terrell, this is one that kind of not goes under the radar because they aren't talented or we don't think they'll have a successful season, but they go under the radar because the team that they're competing with is the team that won the national championship last year. And that's Penn State. Penn State is a program that is 13-3 last year. They had a really nice year. Drew Aller returns as quarterback. More notably, they were able to get both of their running backs who could have been NFL draft picks to return to school. And not only just return to school, but return to Penn State specifically. Katron Allen and Nick Singleton both decided to return to Penn State. This is a big year for James Franklin. As we talked PJ Fleck earlier in the show of all right, 8 wins the last 4 years. PJ Fleck is 6-0 in bowl games. All right. You look at James Franklin. James Franklin's been there now close to 10 years, if you can believe it or not. And there's one Big Ten title to show for it. It feels like this could be the year that everything kind of goes in the direction for Penn State. But Ohio State and Oregon are obviously reloading too.
Well, probably the most talented team in the Big Ten right here. Career-defining year for James Franklin.
Yeah.
Mostly. He's in the conversation with the Tom Osborne of the 80s.
Ooh.
You got to win the big one.
Yeah.
You got to win the big one. And when I say that, you've been there. You've been up there. You've been up there. You made it to the playoffs. You got the taste. You have the experience. You got to get over that hump. Is this the year to do it? Yes, because you may not get another chance to have more talent on your team like this. Okay, you lost your best player last year in a tight end.
Yep, Tyler Warren.
But you go to the portal and you get another tight end who was 600 yards, 60-something catches, 600 yards. Okay, I can deal with that. But can you find that number one receiver that you need? Can you have that talented receiver group to help you with the running backs and the tight end? Defense lost a lot of guys, but they're Penn State. They have talent.
Yeah.
They have 2 deep, 3 deep guys.
If I asked you, so this is going to be James Franklin's 12th year at Penn State. They have finished in the season in the top 10 in 2, 3, 5 of his 11 years, they've finished the season in the top 10. But until this year, this is like the one year that we view them as national championship contender.
Really contenders.
Yes.
Yeah, like top 3 contenders.
Yeah.
It's 3 teams that I think can – it's probably 5 teams that I think have serious shots at winning the national title.
Okay, lay them out. Ohio State's one.
Ohio State.
Oregon.
Penn State.
Okay, Penn State.
I'm not going to go with Oregon so far.
Okay.
You got to go Georgia.
Yep, SEC.
Texas.
Yep.
And probably Clemson.
Okay. Not Texas. Clemson has a great quarterback that everybody
Clemson
sleeps
has a
on.
great team. If you look at the PPF in every position, Clemson up there in every position. Now, Dabo Swinney is not a big guy on transfer portal, but he treats his players and he develops them.
Yeah.
And this is probably their best shot at doing it, but they're the bottom 5 for me. And when I say bottom 5, they're quarterfinal team.
Doesn't it feel, though, like it's either the Big Ten or the SEC's to lose?
Yeah. I mean,
Obviously.
that's always.
It's how it's been, yeah.
Has the SEC been down? Yeah, because they beat up on each other. Now, the Big Ten is beating up on each other, but you only have the Big 3.
Yeah.
Now, and when I say the Big 3, because 4 is going to be a mystery this year.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say a mystery, because that quiet Indiana team, this is going to be the same. I don't know.
Why are you high on Indiana?
Because they're quiet.
Okay.
Quiet is deadly.
Yep.
And deadly is a serious team. And when you have a fiery coach like that, who doesn't say nothing like he said the first year, that means he got some up his sleeve.
I'm not necessarily out on Indiana. I don't know if I'm in on them either. I'm just kind of in the wait.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. I could see them having a somewhat successful year. I don't think that they're going to get back to the playoffs.
9-3.
Yeah, right, which is good for Indiana.
Yeah.
Right? Like we talk about expectation. It's good for Indiana. I don't know. I want to see what Curt Cignetti can do after in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like with a couple of years of examples and sample size.
Yeah.
He was spectacular, James Madison.
Yeah.
Spectacular. And that's why he got a Power 5 job at Indiana. There were a lot of new faces to Indiana, a lot of familiar faces to Curt Cignetti yet last year. A lot of experience as well. What does that look like when that's gone? And that's where I think we learn a lot about Indiana this year.
He does the same ingredients. He tries to do the same thing he does in year 2. You go get those players from James Madison. And people don't understand just because a player comes from a small school, it's only a couple of reasons.
100%.
You don't have the grades, or you got in trouble and had to go to a lower division.
Mm-hmm.
You get yourself back right, and Curt Cignetti showed you last year. He brought 13, 11 guys with him. Most of them was on defense.
Yep.
And
got a transfer quarterback from the University of Ohio.
Yeah, and then you beat the brakes off us. I mean, come on.
Off of a lot of people.
Yeah, off a lot of people.
Yeah.
But we didn't expect that, especially not in the first half. But can he repeat it is the big question for me.
That game, man, I mean.
Some games I watch on Nebraska, it sickens me. And I have to turn it off because, I get emotional because people understand, like, when I get emotional and I get upset, it's because I'm not mad at the coaches or the players. I'm just mad.
I'm just mad at the situation.
Because now I got to face people on Facebook. I got to face my friends.
Well, you do that to yourself on Facebook.
Well,
you send all those crying pictures around
No,
when other people's teams lose. You know it too.
Most of my friends are Georgia fans,
Yes.
and they had the bottom end of the stick for years. And this is what I say. How do we have to go to these other schools and ask these questions? How did you bring your program out from the grave? I mean, the dirt to rise up.
Do you think they'll share that?
I mean, you go to clinics. I mean,
well, yeah.
When we had spring here in the 90s, Florida State, Florida, Miami, Penn State, Notre Dame, they would all come to our spring practice to see how we ran it. Not saying that Matt Rule's not, but you got to learn some stuff from other coaches sometimes to make your program better.
You can't think you're the smartest person in the room.
No, you can't. I mean, and Coach Osborne, he could attest to that he had so many coaches here watching us that we put on the clinic for him.
Yeah.
So, you have to learn from other coaches. Gus Mohawk, don't laugh at Georgia because Georgia's going to be all right.
They got a new quarterback. They got to figure out a quarterback situation.
Gunner looks old.
Yeah.
You seen him?
Yeah.
He looks about 40.
Carson Beck transfers out.
$6 million man.
$6 million man and then breaks up with a girlfriend.
Yeah.
No
what
more.
a feeling.
No more. Now he's just down in Miami. Yeah, I don't know. I think back to Penn State, though.
Yeah. The best thing happened to Penn State was getting Jim Knowles.
Which, yeah.
The guru of defensive coordinator.
Well, think about the mind-boggling move there is that he's coming off of a national championship where he led the defense. It wasn't like he was a position coach on that team. He was the defensive coordinator. And we can't sit here and be naive that thinking that everything is just always sunshine and rainbows and the behind the scenes and things like that. But Jim Knowles left a program that won the national championship to stay in the conference, a minor pay bump, just to do the same exact job at a team that hasn't won a national championship.
Well, Ohio State dropped the ball on that.
Sure.
When they didn't re him up quick enough.
Exactly.
So,
right.
that's their fault. But
that's what I'm saying about naive about things and conversations that happen behind the scenes.
Yeah, now he's at a team where he got to put that defense together because Penn State defense has been okay, top 10.
Well, they were good the years that Micah Parsons were there.
Yeah, but now you get a quarterback. Now you get a defensive coordinator who's smart, who knows the blitz, who knows the Big Ten in and out.
Yeah.
So he's great at what he does. That's why, and I don't see him leaving for a bottom tier team. He goes to another great team with a great coach that he can try to, win multiple titles at different schools in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't follow him.
I mean, it's fascinating. So once again, James Franklin, though, in his time at Penn State through 11 years, 101-42 is his record.
Yeah,
that is. This is going to sound disrespectful. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like he's had success. It doesn't feel like he's 101-42 in his time.
1-14 against top 5 teams.
Well, okay.
Got to fix that part.
If we want to go there, we could talk about the head coach in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Right.
4-16 against Ohio State and Michigan.
And then there's that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fascinating conversation. But once again, I remember reading articles and listening to Nick Singleton and Katron Allen talk about why they made the decision to come back. Number one, it was a pretty relatively deep running backs class this year in the NFL draft. You had Quinshon Judkins, who obviously is now under a little bit of adversity with everything going off the field with him. Trevion Henderson was in that class. You had a couple of really good running backs that I think Nick Singleton and Katron Allen looked at it and said, all right, we can come back. We have a system that works.
Probably
to where both of us are happy.
Yeah, probably the best running back duo since Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams.
So we'll see. Okay, here's the thing: is I wouldn't have gone that far. I would actually go to what we saw last year with Quinshon Judkins and Trevion Henderson.
Way better than them. Both of them over 1,000.
Okay. It's a different offensive style.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Drew Aller apologist.
No, not
so. Especially when the light shines the brightest.
But Drew Aller does what he needs to do to lead his team. You're not asking this guy to throw for 400 yards. You're not asking him.
Ohio State asked Will Howard to do things differently than what Penn State's asking Drew Aller.
Yeah, I mean that's what we need to understand with Dylan Raiola. We don't need you to pass for 400 yards every game, Dylan.
Yeah.
We need you to lead us down the field, make the right decisions, and just win.
Yeah.
I don't need you to be Patrick Mahomes. I need you to be Dylan Raiola.
Yeah.
That's what I need you to be.
Well, and is there some truth to maybe the notion of Dylan Raiola still trying to figure out who Dylan Raiola is at the college level?
Yeah, I think that's what he needs to understand.
That's what this year's for.
Yeah, I think he needs to understand that he needs to be himself.
Yeah.
He's a leader of a team at a young age. That's a lot of pressure.
Yep.
For a young man to be coming to his sophomore season to be the head honcho of the whole team.
Yep.
Now, some other guys need to take a step up and don't put all the pressure on him and help be leaders.
Yeah, there's that part too. I feel like Nebraska's leadership is in an okay spot. I'm wondering who's those guys on defense. That'll be like a question that I probably would ask Deshaun Singleton next week. Is like, okay, who are the dudes? Who's the leaders in that defensive room? Because
who's the most vocal guy?
We knew
when you're lacking at practice, when you don't have that fire.
Yes.
What guy's gonna get in your face?
Yes,
and tell you get your ass in gear.
Well, and that's the point, right? Of like where if you are Nebraska last year, there was no question. You had and you felt comfortable and confident in Ty Robinson and Nash Hutmaker, what they could do up front as kind of leaders in that front seven group, but also in the linebacker room, you had John Bullock. And then I think in the secondary, it was Gifford, even though the play wasn't always. The play didn't always suffice.
Somebody needed to speak to him.
Yeah.
So,
So then I asked the question like this year, okay, all those guys that we just mentioned, those four names are not there anymore.
Yeah.
So who is that this year? And maybe
it's got to be guys like Van Poppel. It got to be Judy.
Can a guy? Okay, here's a question for you. Can a guy like a Marquise Watson Trent or Deshaun McCullough, can they come in quick enough and be that guy?
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because now I put them in a situation like me. You're still in the learning phase.
Think about what we just said about Dylan.
Yeah, but Dylan's been here a year.
I know, but in terms of what we expected from Dylan last year.
Yeah, he was thrown in the spotlight though.
Yeah.
I mean that's the life of a 5-star quarterback when you ask that question. But for a guy who's transfer in, it's kind of hard because you're trying to fit in at the same time.
Sure,
you're trying to make your name a homestay,
a notable one,
a notable, and that goes to me like my junior year. I wasn't that outspoken guy. I was a learner. I had to, I listened to Christian Peters. I listened to guys like Tony Veland, who was our captains. And I also had help from linebackers like Doug Coleman and Phil Ellis. But when you talk about defensive leaders, he's got to be a dog. Mm-hmm. He's got to be somebody that probably puts a little fear in your heart because you got to listen to him. And that's one thing you got to have out on that field. You got to have some dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot to this. I just think the Penn State angle. So, okay, and honestly, there's more we can talk about throughout the rest of the show here today regarding Big Ten Media Days. I think maybe we can bring it. We have done, I think, a relatively good job of kind of circling back and talking Nebraska throughout the entire show. But I just so far we've broken down a little UCLA, a little Minnesota, and now Penn State. What about the big dogs? I think we need to talk about Ohio State and Oregon. How does Ohio State sit there knowing that they're the hunted? They've been there before. Ryan Day finally gets the monkey off his back, per se, to say, all right, we're national champions. They walk in. DP always says it when we're at Big Ten Media Days. You know this, Terrell. We saw Michigan last year, and we saw Ohio State. Now we're going to see Ohio State now this year, next week. They walk differently when they are a national champion, when they're a defending national champion.
They walk with confidence.
Yeah.
They dress with confidence.
Yes, they do.
I mean, they turn heads when they walk in the room.
There's a lot of changes, though, with Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that we mention those, too. Just getting people ready for Big Ten Media Days.
Yeah.
Football season is right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're ready for it. We are. We're going to be bringing you coverage from Big Ten Media Days all week next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I guess not all week, but for a good chunk of the week. Nebraska goes on Tuesday, so we'll have plenty to talk about as soon as Tuesday runs its course. We'll step aside when we come back. Let's talk a little Buckeye football, all the changes for Ryan Day's squad after they are now defending national champions. We'll do that next on The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at Midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at Schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at Midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Asher on summer break and about to start second grade. Thanks to awesome people like you who picked Aloe Fiber. They donated $193,000 to schools like mine. This summer, I'm using my fast internet to keep learning, and I can't wait to tell my teacher everything I discovered. So if you're a grown-up picking internet, choose Aloe, because Aloe chooses us, our schools, our town, and our future. Go to aloefiber.com to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I could sing to that, Nick.
Could you?
Yeah.
Welcome back into The Drive, Nick Sainer. That is not AD. That is Terrell Farley there sitting in for AD. Terrell, you'll be joining AD on the show on Monday. AD will be joining from Colorado, but then you'll be joining him from the studio here as I make my way to Vegas for Big Ten Media Days with DPJ and Austin on Monday. We'll bring you plenty of coverage from Mandalay Bay.
28 days, Nick.
Till?
I'm 50 years old.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday. Hopefully I don't forget about it.
You bet not.
Are you doing it? Are you doing anything fun for it? What are the plans?
I don't know. I want to fly home to Georgia for that.
You should.
That quick weekend, turn around and because it's been a couple of years and I just want to, I don't care if it's 2 or 3 days. I just want to get out and
you got some young ones too.
Yeah. Yeah. My son is about to go to New York for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And my daughter's down in Georgia.
Okay.
So she's down there with her grandpa, helping him out, trying to find herself. I sent her down there. I said, go find yourself. You got to get out and do what you need to do and figure out what you want to do in life. I don't want to bring her up here and then just, leave every day and don't really have that time. But I'm going to make that time in the near future, though.
There you go. That's perfect. By the way, forgot to mention earlier in the show, if you're looking for a post-golf hangout this weekend after your round, stop on by Liquid Assets Bar and Grill over on 27th and Jamie Lane over by our friends at Honda Lincoln. It's a Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. Mike and his crew over there do an incredible job. Terrell, have you been over there yet?
Liquid
Assets?
Yeah.
What do you remember what you had?
I didn't do any. I didn't eat. I haven't eaten over there yet because I was doing. I just went over there for a show one time.
That's fine. So Liquid Assets. Here's the deal. They had
the Liquid Gold burger.
The Liquid Gold smash burger.
I want to try that.
Terrell, I mean, it is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, so the way that so Mike texted me a couple of months ago, like this was about a month before they opened or a week before they opened. He said, hey, we're doing like a soft opening. We're taste testing some new foods. Stop on by, bring some friends, whatever you want to do. So I thought, cool. Okay, I'll stop by. So I stopped by over there and they sampled two things for us. It was the dry rub on their wings, and it was the liquid gold burger.
Yeah.
And you take a bite of that burger, and it just, I mean, it falls apart, but in all the right ways. And it is, I mean, it's so good. Highly recommend Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill over there, 27th and Jamie Lane. Stop by, whether it's a post-golf hangout or just want to hang out. You want to watch some golf. Obviously, the Open is going on right now over in Northern Ireland. Okay, so before we got to break, or before we went to break there, we introduced the idea of the Ohio State Buckeyes and potentially what does this upcoming year look like for them? And it's very interesting because this is a team that loses their quarterback in Will Howard, who is very experienced. He won multiple conference championships. One of them was at Kansas State. Then obviously wins the national championship with Ohio State. So he graduates now. They're going to usher in what we expect to probably be the 5-star freshman, redshirt freshman Julian Sayin, who transferred late in the offseason from Alabama last year. It feels like it's between Julian Sayin and Drew Brown, but it feels like Sayin's going to be the guy there. And then in the backfield, it's a little bit of a question mark because it's a new face, new faces.
Peoples.
You didn't just graduate one, you graduated both of them. Quinshawn Judkins and TreVeyon Henderson. That whole situation was so fascinating to how TreVeyon Henderson was the number one player coming out of the number one running back coming out of the country in high school recruiting from the state of Virginia. Wanted to go to Virginia or Virginia Tech early in his high school recruitment, then ends up going to Ohio State. And then through the portal, they bring in the number one portal running back at one point in Quinshawn Judkins, figured out a way to make it work. And there, the rest is history. But then you probably have the best player in college football as well in Jeremiah Smith on the perimeter, Terrell.
Yeah, when you talk about Ohio State, new quarterback, new running back, but always got talent. So that's one thing you don't have to worry about at that school is the talent level.
Man,
you probably bring back one of the best receiving crews in Tate and Jeremiah Smith, and who's arguably the best player in college football right now.
Yeah. I mean, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, as a freshman.
As a freshman.
Seen a picture of him on TikTok, on Facebook, TikTok, where he's in the pool at Brian Hartline's house. He looks bigger than he did last year, and I hate to say it, he's 10 times better than Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, it looks like the projection, like what we expect from him, is going to be better than what we've seen at Ohio State in the last 10 years or 5 years. And that's truly saying something. And on that point, one of the most valuable coaches on that staff is Brian Hartline.
Yeah.
Their wide receiver coach.
Best recruiter in the nation.
Oh my gosh.
One thing about that though is how, great position coach. Can he transition to that offensive coordinator like a Chip Kelly or can he score points?
And it was always like, okay, what do you expect? Like the next step for Brian Hartline? Do you see him being a head coach? Probably not. Can he be an offensive coordinator? Maybe.
Well, he's gonna stay at Ohio State till he get the head coach job till Ryan Day leaves.
Which is a great. It's got. I mean, it's cushy.
Yeah.
As a position coach or as a not that I'm not saying that it's cushy to where it doesn't come with pressure.
Well, you be an offensive coordinator so you can go to the next level. So you want to be a head coach. You don't want to be a offensive coordinator your whole life.
He's tried.
Chip Kelly. He was a head coach. He went back to an offensive coordinator, then goes to the NFL.
Yes. However, we're now seeing head coaches choose to be coordinators.
Yeah.
Dana Holgerson's a choice. I mean,
Well, Dana got options though.
Okay, so that goes right into my point though.
Yeah, Dana has options. Gus
Malzahn left.
He could have easily probably took that West Virginia job before what's his name went back there.
Well, like so UCF's head coach Gus Malzahn chose to go and be an offensive coordinator at Florida State because these guys are now getting paid a little over $1 million to do it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's so much less stress.
Yeah.
That you have to worry. You don't have to worry about so much. I just think that, ultimately when it's all said and done, I think it's also important, Terrell, to as a program, as a university, to sit there and go, okay, I need to be smart enough here, or we need to be smart enough as an organization here to know this coach fits incredibly well in this position. Like Ryan Day, for example, I was surprised that we hadn't seen an ascension of Brian Hartline sooner, but I think there's also something to be said about understanding Brian Hartline is best for Ohio State when he's just a position coach or just an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's to be seen, but at the same time, look at the receivers he's put out in the last 5-6 years. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, look at the recruiting job. Look at the recruiting he's done.
Even going back, I mean, here's the thing. We could go farther and farther back. I mean, there's Chris Olave. There is Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously. There is Carnell Tate, who's going to be an NFL guy. Jeremiah Smith, who's going to be an NFL guy. Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's an NFL guy. That's 6.
And the 2 5-stars he got coming in this year.
In the last 3 years, that's 6.
Yeah.
How do you, like, that's my thing. You, as somebody that's been recruited, and you've talked about, you know, when you talk to Nebraska and things like that, and Jay's talked about it extensively as well, of like, how do you say, there's certain guys you just can't say no to.
Yeah.
If you're a skill position guy, specifically going to be coached in the room by Brian Hartline, and he sits across from me and is like, hey, look, this is who I've put in the league, and this is what they're doing. This is what they've gotten paid. This is this, that, and the other. How on earth do you say no?
You don't.
You can't.
Just go there.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're 5th on the depth chart, when you some schools you go to, it takes years for you to get on the field, and some schools it doesn't. Now the thing about Ohio State is that they recruit well, still have 4 or 5 star players, always been in the mix. When the last time they had a losing season?
Oh,
Luke Fickell?
Can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it would have been. Well, I think they were 500 when they had the whole Jim Tressel, Luke Fickell fiasco.
But the thing about this team is that you got guys to replace. Now you got to replace your defense.
You're right. There's a lot to it. We got to get out of here. You and Austin are going to take over the rest of the way. I gotta bounce. So that'll do it for me. I will talk to you guys the next time on Tuesday from Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada for Big Ten Media Days. Thank you, Terrell, for always filling in. I appreciate that. Thank you for working with AD on Monday as well as I travel to Vegas. But that'll do it for us. The drive continues next with Austin and Terrell. One final segment left on a Friday. Everyone have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Tuesday. Austin and Terrell coming up next on The Drive.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Off will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloff.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month. Because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Hey, I don't want to hate on Joe Burrow. He's clearly in this tier. I think he's the bottom of this tier. I would go Allen Jackson and then Burrow.
You should be a politician. Just convince
you know what I'm saying? You see what he did?
Yeah, he didn't have any
doing it all the
yeah.
time. It's tricky, man.
Keep going, Jay.
No,
my language.
Stop.
You're speaking my language. Come on.
You didn't let him get you, Jay. I can't believe you let him get you again.
Every weekday from 3 to 5 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to The Drive here on 93.7 The Ticket. This is the black shirt sounding new on you for this hour. In the last segment right here with Austin Orman right here. Austin, I'm asking the questions now. Austin, you're going to your...
I'm on the hot seat?
Yeah, you're on the hot seat right now,
On the stand? Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right, Austin.
For that. All right.
You're going to your first, Big Ten Media Day.
First Big Ten Media Day.
I went back in 2022. So what are some of the things I'm going to tell you like this. You're going to see different swaggers.
Okay.
What are some of the things you're looking forward to in your first Big Ten Media Day?
You know, it's been interesting hearing different people tell me what to expect and what not to expect about it. I'm going to try to go in there with a pretty open mind. What I'm excited to see is all these different coaches and athletes crossing paths.
Yeah.
It seems like they split up the rivals for the most part across days, but I'm curious to see if there is any bad blood, any shots taken, any jabs thrown, anything like that. That's going to be fun. And just to be around so many different coaches, players, teams, even, different media people that are going to be there covering Big Ten Media Days. Never been at an event like that with so many different agendas, so many different perspectives crossing paths. So it'd be really interesting to be up close and personal with these different student athletes to see how Nebraska measures up, I think, first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And then to get everyone else's thoughts on everyone else, I think is going to be fascinating too.
Yeah. It's one thing you have to control yourself with. You have to control yourself with, okay, I'm here to work. I'm not a fan.
Right.
Now, for me, I was in kind of awe because you only see these coaches up close on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get a chance to walk past them and size them up and see this guy. PJ Fleck doesn't wear socks. Maryland
PJ
coach
Fleck doesn't wear socks?
No, he doesn't wear socks.
PJ.
Yeah. Maryland coach is a huge guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Ryan Day, just when you see these different guys, because I was able to meet Michigan State coach when he was there. What was his name?
Tucker.
He looked mean. So was able to we interviewed Michigan running back. We took a picture with the wide receiver from Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, and just to, seeing what these guys wear.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when some teams hit the building, they walk in like the Fabulous Five. They walk with confidence. They strut. You could tell why they say we are the Ohio State, the Oregon Ducks, the Penn States. When you see the swagger they have, it's different from Nebraska.
And for the most part, they've earned it.
Yeah,
they deserve to walk around.
Yeah, and you will see it. You will have your own testimony to it. But it's going to be a great time, long day. But at the same time, you're doing something great that you love, and that's talking football all day.
Mm-hmm. I will say, I maybe again, having not been, I don't want to overstate my readiness for it. But I've been lucky enough to be a little more up close and personal with coaches going to basketball games, right? So seeing Brad Underwood up close and personal in the way that he talks, seeing Mick Cronin, right, from UCLA, not a huge dude by any stretch of the imagination, but that's going to be different in football. Football is just such a different, culture around it than basketball does. So I'm sure I think I'm ready in some degrees, but to see Ryan Day up close and personal. PJ Fleck going to be there as well, and all the other coaches that take the podium, just to be able to see them walking by. Yeah, I mean, I've seen basketball guys, but football guys are probably different than basketball guys. So to hear them talk, see the way they walk, and be interesting.
And you get to be in the stadium.
No,
a stadium. It's not going to be at the stadium.
Mandalay Bay.
Oh man, we was in the stadium in Indy.
I know.
Yeah,
that's why I am disappointed that I'm not going. I would have been all decked out in Colts gear. But they move it out of Indy the year I go. What is this?
Yeah, it's going to be fun time for you, man. I wish y'all just get more players you can get, and I'm going to make a phone call to one of my personal friends whose son plays for the Ohio State, and I'm going to try to tell him, hey, I got some guys going to be out there. I need you to walk over there and talk to them and give them your best.
Mm-hmm. Heck I'm for it. We'll be there. We'll welcome him with open arms.
All right.
Give him a little bit of grief.
Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
What do you think about that, Farley? Where are you at?
I'd rather see him in a Lakers uniform. I'd rather LeBron get all the help that he needs to close out his career. No, it may not ever happen for him to win another championship, but if he had more help, I think it'd be better. Did you see the picture of Luka? The workout, he's been working out with somebody, and he looks like a chiseled guy.
Luka was skinny when he came over.
Yeah.
People forget that. Now he was like 19 years old, and he got drafted. So it makes sense that he didn't put on some of that weight. But good for Luka. The struggle is going to be, can he maintain that? Can he maintain that discipline? Because right now it's motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Jay talks about that all the time. It's one thing to be motivated, but discipline's going to be what carries you through. Who's the circle around Luka? Does an offseason with LeBron help him to understand what he has to do to stay in shape and be at the top of his game long term? That's going to be really interesting to monitor. Here's the thing, Farley. I'm not mad at Dame going back to Portland. And really, it is a coup in terms of just raw asset management for Portland, who traded Dame Lillard away, and got Drew Holiday in return. Well, guess what? Now they have Drew Holiday on their team and Dame Lillard. Now we're a few years after the fact. I get it. But in terms of just business, Portland shipped Dame out and got him back and still has pretty much everything of value that they got in return for Dame. That's good business for a smaller market, non-destination in Portland. I tend to agree with you. I kind of wish we would have seen Dame play out the rest of his years on a contender, right? Whether it's the Lakers, I don't know if I love that fit. I mean, then Dame, I think, would have been relegated pretty much off the ball, which he can do, but seems like an oversimplification of his skill set. A Golden State maybe finally does get shipped down to Miami, right, in heat culture after a couple years. I don't know, but Dame just feels like a West Coast guy growing up on that side of the country, going to Weber State. I think out West was always where it was destined to end. And it's just going to be one of those cool sports moments to see Dame return to Portland, obviously after a year because he's rehabbing. But he's going to be making $70 million each of the next 2 years. 14 mil from Portland and the other 56 from Milwaukee. That is insane. So good on Dame Lillard for doing that.
Can I be his brother?
Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Long lost brother.
James Lillard.
Terrell Lillard.
There we go.
Yeah. Now, Austin, basketball is your thing. NBA is definitely your thing. Now, who's the biggest winners from the draft to free agency to summer league? Who's your biggest winners so far in NBA?
Well, obviously Dallas because they drafted Cooper Flagg. Obviously Charlotte because they drafted Con Knippel and Sion James. But I'll get off my Duke high horse. I really like what Atlanta did. I really like what the Hawks did. In an East that feels more open than it's been in a while, Atlanta put itself in position. They get Kristaps Porzingis. They have a decent draft in getting Asa Newell. But really what they do is they pick up an unprotected pick from a New Orleans team that was desperate to jump 10 spots. That pick's looking pretty good for next year. I think Atlanta's deep. I think they're versatile. I think they're on the rise. I'm not just saying that because
I think you're trying to get on my good side. That's what
I mean it.
All right.
I'll stick in that division. I really like what Orlando did. Couple moves on the fringe. I like Des Bane. I think he's going to be a perfect fit for them. Got off of a bad contract in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who was a good fit for that team in terms of the defense, but they needed more shot creation. I think Des Bane will bring that. Tyus Jones, my guy, they signed to be the backup point guard. But on the low, watch out for the Clippers, man. Clippers made a lot of good moves. 2 years after shipping Paul George out the door to Philly, 2 seasons now, I guess. Los Angeles got deeper. I think the Norm Powell move might hurt on its own, but they weren't going to re-sign him. What they got back for Norm Powell, what they've been able to do in free agency, I'm not saying the Clippers are going to win the West because I think Denver looks scary. Denver looks more balanced than they've been in a couple years. But I think, millions of dollar question is if Kawhi stays healthy, I really think the Clips have a chance to be really good this year.
Yeah, I mean, and when we talk about LeBron and this, I mean, he's at a point in his career where he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Why take so much money? You should take less and help your team out more. Why not?
Building a media empire, Farley. You're building a media empire. You need money, I don't know. Like, I get it in theory, but I think some of it too, not being on the professional athlete side of things, I don't fully understand it, but it kind of strikes me as the respect of it, the principle of the deal. Well, I'm still LeBron James. I still, got to be making this much money. And, I think it would be really wise for LeBron to step back and take less, a la Tom Brady. But, despite as long as LeBron's played, professional careers are fleeting, Clearly, Bronny's not going to make this much money. He's going to need something. Bryce James is going to top out in college, I'd guess. So, yeah, set your family up. Set your grandkids up. I'm not mad at it. That probably matters more in the long term than his legacy. He's won the rings. He's won the titles and the MVPs and the scoring and all that stuff. I get why we want more out of LeBron. I think he should probably want a little bit more for himself sometimes, but I can't be too mad at him. He's retiring in LA with $50 million a year. Good for him.
All righty. All right. That's it, Norman. And Austin, I'm calling you by your last name, which I still didn't get it right.
That's all right.
I guess it'll be, you're flying out Monday.
Oh, yeah. I'm still around for BPOTP on the block and old school today, but 5:45 flight out of Omaha.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get to Vegas?
We'll be in Vegas around 8 o'clock, Vegas time.
All right. All right, so have a good weekend. This is the Black Shirt in Austin from On the Block. Up next, Adam Carricker.
Got the bones.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.